A few years ago, my friend David invited me to his house for a barbecue. After a few drinks, he seemed very excited to show me his garage, so we went to take a look. When we arrived, sitting there in the garage was a 1999 Ford Explorer that he told me he purchased well under value and was on his way to making a minimum $500 profit. In a joking manner, he said he was sick of me having all the fun. He then went on to tell me that he had started buying and selling cars in his spare time, and he seemed to be doing pretty well at it. He was a salesman during the day, so he would do his buying and selling at night or on weekends. His routine was to search for vehicles on Craigslist and local publications looking for deals that he felt were underpriced and then go make offers on the cars. However, he was frustrated with his approach and ready to quit altogether. He wanted to know how I had been flipping cars successfully for all these years without getting burnt out. He was already sick of spending hours a day looking for deals and then going out to see them to make an offer just to have the seller refuse. It was obvious that he was ready to throw in the towel. You see, David was making the same mistake that most car flippers make and continue to make year after year. He was doing it the hard way. In reality, this classified ad Craigslist hustle is how just about every car flipper finds their deals, which can only mean one thing. You are going to be up against some heavy competition every single day. Plus, when you call someone that is selling their car, they will always get the upper hand on the negotiation because after all, you called them. I explained that he will never get the best deal or consistently get bottom line prices if he continues to do what everyone else is doing. In my experience, it just doesn't work. It was at that moment that I decided to share with him a secret that changed his car buying forever. I showed him how to get inbound calls from desperate sellers in just a few minutes a day instead of hours a day, searching for deals that may or may not be available on Craigslist or the local want ads. I also taught him how to pre-qualify the calls to ensure he makes the most amount of money in the least amount of time. I explained to him, without using my system for buying cars, I would have also quit years ago. My point is this: if my friend Dave, who is a master salesman, can get burnt out on negotiating prices with sellers that quickly, chances are anyone can. After that night, I would continue to give him advice from time to time as needed to help increase profits on his flips. We even started sending each other texts of our best deals, almost like a little game we played. I felt good to be helping a friend in the business. As time flew by, about 3 weeks had passed, and Dave invited me out to dinner. When I arrived, he had a big smile on his face and was excited to tell me about his latest flip. He told me that morning he got a call and purchased a 2009 Mini Cooper for only $1,000. It had a valve-covered gasket code, and the original owner tried to repair it himself but could not get the code to disappear. He then turned around and sold it to a mechanic in less than 4 hours and made a $2,500 profit in the same day. He was very happy to say this was literally the most profitable day in his life. As we sat there, he slid an envelope with $500 in it across the table and told me to take it. He said without my advice over the last few weeks, he would never have been able to receive the deals he had been getting. I refused the money, but I did let him buy dinner as a token of his appreciation. It was never my intention to profit from his success. However, as we sat there finishing our meal, we started discussing the idea of teaching principles of car flipping to others that also wanted to learn the process and make huge profits. After all, if it could take my friend Dave from being on the verge of quitting to experiencing his first $2,500 day in just a few short weeks, then why couldn't I teach anyone to do the same? Thinking of helping others succeed in the way that David did gave me a warm feeling and a new sense of energy. I had never realized how powerful my methods were until I saw that envelope slide across the table. It was at that very moment that I decided to make a program to simplify car flipping for anyone that wanted to learn the business and become a pro.
Don't forget to click the link in the description for more information on this product.